Всем привет, здравствуйте, из Новой Zealand. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for 2020. I hope all of you across the world are looking after yourselves, looking out for each other and keeping each other safe. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, watching my journey and learning about my life. And no, this is not a script. I don't have this as a script for every part of my video, just in case you're wondering. I know I say some silly I repeat myself too much. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. What I really want to talk about in this video is how my connection with my birth parents has changed over the years. And this is also with my birth parents and my family as well. And there's a big story and journey with this from the very beginning with reaching out to my birth family as well. Now, I apologize if I'm going to repeat too much. I'm sorry about that. But there's been a lot of challenges over the years with connecting with my birth family. A lot of that is, of course, the language barrier. It's very difficult. I remember in 2013 when I was 21 and I went over to Russia for the first time. Man, the language barrier was very tricky. It was just a big challenge of mine. It all came down to getting to Russia. I was a little bit embarrassed actually with not understanding a single word, not understanding anything at all. The only thing I really knew was hello, thank you, goodbye. And I felt really quite ashamed that I just didn't know what I was reading. I didn't know how to say it. I just didn't understand.
Rubinsky. Oh, I can't say that. Poor.
But over the years, I've started learning more Russian, as you guys have seen, and also with the communication with my birth family to my family, it's changed a lot. It all comes down to a lot of translation. We do a lot of translation together. We do a lot of everything on your phone. All of that is there as well. I have friends who speak Russian as well that help me a lot with a lot of my communication. And of course, it's also with a lot of myself talking to my birth family in Russian too. Like I did last week with my birth mother and a few weeks ago with my birth father, all in Russian. Now remember, I'm not fluent at it. I'm not the best at it. I know that it's been very difficult over the years and it's taken a lot of work, and everyone has a different level, a different, a different timeline with learning a language. And with me, I'm involved around English all the time. I have a lot of Russian resources, everything like that, but I want to also learn the Russian language so that my goal one day, of course, is to be able to translate from my family to my birth family. All of that without any interruptions, just be able to be that translator for the family, be in that as well. But another thing I also want to say as well, over the years, I've grown up with a half-sister, and that has been a big thing for her as well. I met her when she was only 6 months old, so she has grown up knowing that she has a brother in New Zealand, which to me is quite special and pretty incredible for all of us as well. She's going to be learning English in school as well. She started school now, which is very special to me, and seeing her grow up, she keeps me updated through my birth father all the time. She says, when is my brother coming back to Russia? When is he coming back? I want to see him. I want to see him. But having her in the family as well has been it's been very special to me, because one day she will also be here as well to go and translate for all of us too. And my parents here in New Zealand, my mum and dad, every time I visit them, I set up a video call with my birth father. And I'm the one that sits down, I grab my phone, I grab the Skype, I start translating for my parents. And it's very basic, but it's up to that point now where over the years it's changed and it's got so much more communication, so much more translation, so much more practice with the Russian language for myself. And to me, that's very special. And I know that for myself, connecting with that more and more, the translation, the challenge, the language barrier was very difficult in the beginning, but over time, it's also the language of family. It's the language of, the body language. You don't need to have the language here all the time. I always say that, and I always believe that. I was in a room once just with my birth father, and I remember he sat down, in his living room, and I was on the other side, and nobody was there to translate. And this is in the early days. This is when I was 21, when I first went over, and I felt very helpless. But he said to me like, "Oh, Sasha, look, like, look at this photo album." And we didn't even need to have the language yet. We just started, I guess, laughing. All of that, just cracking. I was cracking jokes in English. He didn't understand, of course, but and then the translator came in. I had to translate the jokes, and then he would translate something into Russian into the jokes as well. But the communication over the years has got so much stronger. And with the translation and the language barrier, as an adoptee, to me, it's important to keep on growing my practice, growing my Russian language, even in Russia as well. My birth family, they know bits of English as well. My birth father, he knows a bit of English. His wife actually knows a lot of English, which is pretty incredible. So we've all evolved around that. Our family, his whole family has changed, and my entire family has changed as well. And to me, that's very special. So I hope I didn't go on too much. I appreciate you guys, and honestly, all the time, it's a nice, beautiful evening here. I'm just relaxing, and I just want to say a big hello to you guys, and I hope that you are having a good week. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and until next time, do swidania iz Nowy Zelandii. And by the way, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe. Please, I really appreciate it every time. I always am so thankful and grateful to you guys following my journey and just watching my videos and learning about my entire life. So thank you so much. And I'm also on social media as well. Just dropping a social media shout out there, if that makes sense. Until next time, spasiba большое. И до свидания из Новой Зеландии. И пока. Спасибо. Take care. Look after yourselves and keep safe.